For now, we take a break from cricket, though, and we take a look at boxing. There is a relatively interesting fight taking place later on tonight. I'm joined in studio by Colin Nathan. Relatively interesting, Colin. Thank you for joining us, boy. I appreciate it. Lovely to have you on board. The first question that I alluded to earlier on, is Andy Ruiz a chump? Was it one lucky hit that made him a world champion, or is he actually the real deal?
It definitely wasn't a one-punch wonder. To find out is Andy Ruiz just a fighter, or is he the heavyweight champion of the world? Yeah. Wasn't an upset. Well, I think it was a great upset, and I thought it was great for the sport. And why did I think it was great for the sport? I'll tell you why. Is Andy Ruiz was out of shape, and you get those couch potatoes sitting on their couches on the weekend, eating chips and drinking beer, watching this fight, and all of a sudden this guy with muscles...
a relatable figure.
Exactly, and all of a sudden this guy who's muscle-bound and gorgeous and getting beaten up by the guy sitting on the couch. And that was the interest in the sport, that all of a sudden guys took an interest in the sport of boxing. And that moment was great for boxing. Was he a one-punch wonder? I don't think so. I think Andy Ruiz had only one loss to Joseph Parker before he could really fight. And again, you have to consider, in boxing, muscles do not win fights. Why is this fight so intriguing? Because, remember, Joshua had Ruiz down in the second round, and in the same round, Joshua got put over. So it's a question for me, because everyone's asking me at the moment who's going to win. And I honestly, legitimately don't know, and I'll tell you why I don't know. Is because if Joshua can make the right adjustments, and what I mean by the adjustments, you got buzz with the left hook, but all the shots over the top with the right side, right hand. If he can keep the fight at range and keep it boring and long for 12 rounds, avoid the ropes, avoid the exchanges, avoid staying in the pocket too long, and make it a boring fight, he can win the fight on points.
Because Ruiz is going to come out firing. He wants to put the speed.
That's exactly what Ruiz is going to fight the same way. If Joshua fights the same way, it's going to be the same result. It's more about what Joshua does as opposed to what Ruiz does. Yes, Joshua's come in 10 pounds lighter. Ruiz has come in at 289, a whopping 289. It's almost shades of Buster Douglas after he beat Tyson, and then he fought Evander Holyfield in his first defense, where he literally ate himself out of the heavyweight championship. But the question marks are there, and that's why there's no definitive answer from me who I think is going to win, because it's wide open.
So is there no guarantee that we are going to see a Hasim Rahman 2.0 here tonight, some 20-odd years later almost, where a guy comes in, shocks the world, makes a pocket full of money, takes some belts home, and at the first opportunity around, he's going to be happily handing it over. I've had my moment in the sun, I'm done. Or is Ruiz truly believing that he is not going to be a Rahman 2.0?
Well, the thing is, with Rahman, when he beat Lennox Lewis in South Africa, the first time was one punch. Ruiz had Joshua on the canvas 4 times, down on the canvas 4 times. It's that mental edge that I worry about, is that, you know, I saw a picture 2 days ago on social media with Andy Ruiz and his father and Joshua all lovey-dovey. So obviously there's nothing personal between the fighters, which makes for even more intrigue. There's no hate, there's no animosity. Does Joshua have the mental resolve and fortitude to go into this fight thinking to himself, look, this guy's got me before, let me keep my wits about me, let me box conservatively, box behind an educated jab and not make too many mistakes? Is he going to get hit in 12 rounds? Yes, he is, because it's boxing. I don't care how defensive he is, he's going to get cracked at some point. Will he mentally break down? Because that's what happened the first one. He dropped Ruiz, he bridged up a left hook, Ruiz went down, got up, and he dropped him in the same round. And mentally, you could see he broke down. You could hear him in the corner telling his trainer, Robin McCracken, I don't know what's wrong with me. That sign, that says to me, mentally he was breaking down. So there's so many questions to ask.
What a dynamic. This fight is taking place in Saudi Arabia tonight. It is called the Battle on the Dunes. We're speaking about whether or not we are going to see lightning strike twice. Will Andy Ruiz, the Mexican-American, be able to go on and beat Anthony Joshua again? As Colin pointed out, Joshua is the epitome of what a modern-day boxing champion is meant to be. He is incredibly attractive, very handsome, very well-spoken, built like a bodybuilder, looks incredible. Andy Ruiz is the everyday man. He is the guy that sits on the couch and comments about how I'm doing my job wrong, how the rest of people are doing their job wrong. There is the two, you know, you couldn't quite see the epitome of difference in that picture right there. But that is what Colin is speaking about. Catching AJ again tonight will be the plan. And there he went down, and AJ was not able to put this fight to bed. We'll continue to take a look at this. There is that powerful left. Ruiz will be hoping to try and connect with more of that later on tonight. We'll take a quick break. We'll chat more boxing right after this.